Welcome back everybody to another episode of Transport Fever with me, Vapor. And I've advanced the game on a little bit. Now, I did record an episode and things went completely wrong. So there's going to be some changes in here that wasn't in the last episode. My goodness, all these people constantly waiting. The one thing I love about this game is the aging process on vehicles. You're probably going to see it better on the buses. Here we go, let me pause the game. Look at the state of those. They're absolutely terrible. And I think I turned the music off. Let's play that. So yeah, I've got a little bit of work to do around vehicles, and you'll also notice there is a considerable amount of cars on the road now. So many of them. It's unbelievable. We need to do a lot of replacement work. As you can see, I've got a fair amount of money, and that's completely loan free. So the money I have down there is completely debt free. We're not making a huge amount. As you can see, it's just that I'm not spending anything. So when we come into here, you're going to see a few things that weren't here before, like iron ore and coal and things like that. They're slowly but surely getting there. We're losing money here and there, but that's probably the first thing we'll go and have a quick look at. The reason, I think it was Kathy that mentioned it. She asked why I'd not got into the production change for the manufacturing. Simply put, it's quite a complex process. There's a lot of things to do. So the process starts here. We've got a forest and a sawmill. Oops, didn't mean to click that. So we take logs from here to the sawmill. The sawmill makes planks. We then take the planks all the way over here to a factory. So we've got the goods factory. So in order to make goods, you need one of two things. So you've either got planks and plastic, or planks and steel. So I've opted for planks and steel to make goods. So this factory will make that as long as it's got those things. So we've got planks coming in, which we've just said. We've got this line going out here, which is taking goods to that town. So we've got that bit covered. You'll see a train coming in now, and that will be loaded up with steel. And that one, if we follow the line, comes through here to the steel mill. Bear with me on this, it is complex. So the steel mill needs two things. It needs coal and iron ore. Well, lucky for us, there's iron ore here. So we have a train coming in here to drop iron ore to this. And the other thing we need is coal. And that'll be this train here, which without any sense of irony is going to here, which is Lower Ramblington. And when I say there's no sense of irony, that's, well, you can see the mountain. Look how high up this is. It's clearly not lower. So that takes coal to the steel mill, coupled with the ore will make steel to the factory, the forest to the planks, to bring planks here to make goods. So yeah, it's quite a complex and hefty thing. So that's the reason why I'd been putting it off, because as you can see, there's quite an investment. It's a lot of vehicles and a lot of track. So I wanted to wait, but I did this and I went through it all in the episode that never happened, basically. So I just wanted to quickly kind of explain what's going on. As long as it's not making me a ridiculous loss, which it's just about, yeah, it's kind of hit and miss. I think from what I can tell, and this is me trying to understand the production rates for these buildings, little and often. So you can have a train that's 10 miles long, but if it takes it a year to get here, it's not going to increase the production. So you're better off with either a really, well, because I need to replace these, but a smaller train, which can obviously do it a lot quicker, or a really fast train. So that's the next thing to look at. I've also, actually, I forgot, you probably noticed and I didn't even mention it, I've renamed some of the towns. Let's come and look at it from this way. So we've now got Frecklestone, which is my go-to name for most of my cities. And we've got Ramblington. And I didn't name this one, but this one needs a name as well, because we're kind of using this area. So I'm only going to name towns as we're using them. Alright, let's have a quick look down here. We've got so many different things to get on with. There's loads of new vehicles as well. Just briefly, this is producing loads. We've got some new vehicles here as well. I don't know if... Oh, these are the old ones. These are the old Benzes. I do believe that might be one there, which is scooting away. Let's have a quick look. Yep, and that one goes really fast. It costs twice as much to maintain, but it goes a lot faster. So there's that. Oh man, really need to replace those buses. And I've been tinkering around with signalling, as you can see by all these different things. But I shrunk my trains down. I think originally I had 10 or 11 on these. What's that one? Got 5. Now, we're not making any... Oh, we are making some... Oh, that's the wrong one. I was going to say, that's the first. I've put it down... I did have 2 different lines, as you can see by the green and... whatever colour that is. It's an off-white. So there was 2 lines because... unfortunately, once the train gets to here... even though that's one station, the train doesn't go, well, oh, platform 1 is full, so I'll shoot into platform 2. It doesn't work that way, unfortunately. So you have to set up multiple routes. Unless I'm misinterpreting the whole thing, that's how I see it. Now, the reason we're not making any money is down to how quick this farm is producing. Now, this is the highest I've ever had it, so I'm really happy about that. So, yeah, it's making a little bit of a loss, but this is making a profit, so we're about breaking even. So we're not winning, we're not losing. Quite happy with that. Line 2, which I've still not named, that's making us a little bit less. It was making $1.5 million at one point, and 1.75. So they're the things that are keeping us afloat at the moment. So I think we're going to do a little bit of investment in those areas. So first off, let's have a look at our buses, because a lot of these are probably really, really old. If we bring all these up first, maybe. So that's that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. Right, let's make sure the game's not going too fast. Okay, so we're going to set up the automatic replacement. Now, if you guys have not seen this before, I'm pretty sure I did it in the last episode. We're going to do that now. So we'll start with the yellow one. So we're going to have a look, because I think there's been some new vehicles. Let's have a see. Yes, there is. So what we're using this one. It holds 8. How fast does it go? 16 miles an hour and costs 7,000 a year. So this one's costing double, but it carries almost double, but it goes a lot faster. So I think this is the one we're going to go for. I'm not going to try and pronounce that. I'm guessing it's... I don't know. I don't know where that's from. But I can't pronounce it. So automatically replace, yes. Okay, so that's the yellow line. Let's have a quick look down there. We might see some of them replacing. Oh look, it's automatically done it. There's one straight away. Okay, and we're going to have to do the same here. So automatically replace to that one. I wish you wouldn't put it down there. Yes, at 100% of its life. Fantastic. Same with the orange one. Let's do it this way. Maybe no, it's still putting it down there. How annoying. This one, yes. Oops. Yes. So all these will start to swap now. Assuming. Yep, there we go. Just saw one change. Brilliant. So this is going to cost me a little bit of money, obviously, but when it reaches the end of its life, as it stands, it will automatically change to that, even if there's a better bus or vehicle available. So we do have to kind of keep an eye on that. Have I done this one? No. So see, this one's already set up to do it, but I've switched it off. So I could literally go back into those lines if I wanted now and turn it off once all the vehicles are changed, which is probably the best thing to do. Because in 30 years time, or whenever this vehicle is too old, it will kind of automatically change it with this one, which we don't want it to do. These ones are set to... This is a good example, to be honest. This line, I automatically set it to replace the vehicles back to this one. So it's only 6 years old, so that's not going to replace until they're at 100%. Unless... roughly 6 years old, might be 25%. let's leave it like that and see what happens. Oh. Come up to an end of a year. So that's making us a fair amount of cash. Right. We'll leave that at 25% and see what happens. The next is going to be our trains. So let's have a look at this one. Seeing as it's making us so much money. Automatic replacement. How many cars do we have on it at the moment? Because I don't necessarily need to increase the amount of cars. I might need to put a second train on this line. Right, what have we got? Oh, we got quite a lot on here. And it's almost full. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Let's have a look. Now, as you can see, I've got a lot of trains. We've got a lot of options. Some being electric. So, the train we're using is this one. The Baden. Now, as it's near the top of the list, that means it's kind of getting out of its time. 1970 it goes up to. We're in 1951, so we still have some life in it. So let's have a see. So 56 miles per hour, 789 horsepower, and 237,000 a year. Now, considering I've got all these, it's still making me some money. If I'm putting 2 trains on here, I might be able to cut this in half. So that's what I'm thinking. 2 trains doing the route faster with half the cars. So that's kind of my aim. What have we got here? Is that literally just... I'm guessing that one doesn't actually pull anything. But that's electric anyway. 78 miles an hour. What's the horsepower on our current one? Okay, so it's not as powerful. What have we got here? This is electric as well. Oh, jeez, that's got some serious power. But it costs how much I'm actually making on this line. So I don't think we're going to do that. What have we got here? 90 miles an hour. 75. What speed are we at? 56. The Flying Scotsman might be. I'm just looking at cost per year. So that one's slower. 851. I might actually go for this. It's a little bit more expensive a year, but it goes a lot faster. Okay, so I'll add one of those. And passenger cars, this holds 20. What are we using now? We're not using that one, are we? I think it's this. So 5 more anyway. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Automatic replace, yes. So it's going to cost, wow, so much money. I think that might change pretty quickly. 44 years, yeah, it probably will at the station. Let's have a look. Hopefully the line is high speed. I don't think it is, so you might find we have to upgrade our track as well. So let's come into the station. We've got 99 people waiting at the moment. Now this is based on speed and frequency as well, so if I want more people, we need to offer a more consistent service. And the catchment area is still this little portion of town, so let's speed it up and get the train in. Here we go. Now it should, I would have thought, it will probably change. There we go. So we got this shiny blue train, a mallard. Isn't that a duck? I think it is a duck. We've got these nice carriages here. It didn't quite take everyone, did it? No. Okay, that's 100. Oh, listen to that. Well, let's follow this train. There we go. So it's supposed to go. How fast was it? Was it in the 90s? I think it was. Well, that's a bit of a weird curve there, isn't it? Let's see the quickest it goes. Is that really all it's going to do? Have I made a complete mistake? Continue following it. No, there we go. It's opening the throttle now. So it should go 90 miles an hour. Now this will be limited to our track, I guess. Oh, it's still increasing speed. It helps, the flatter the land is, the better it's going to be. I might not... It's not actually making its full speed. See, that's where electric would make a difference. It's literally going to slow down now before it actually made it. Never mind. But it's got people here a lot quicker. What about electric? Let's have a quick look in here. So this one is 800k a year, 78 miles an hour, so it doesn't go as fast, but I bet its acceleration is going to be much more. But I'm going to add another one of these trains. I should have duplicated it when it was in... Actually, I didn't send it to the depot. So let's buy one. So it was one of these, and 5 of those. 5. Now, I can't... Let me pause the game, because I can't currently set that out. It wouldn't work. So what I need to do is... Oh no, we don't want those, we want track. We'll just go with this. I'm not going to upgrade the track just yet. If we bring this out here, like so. Now hopefully, yep, they've not built too close, so we can follow this around. Again, another huge investment. So if we do this right, right, when we get to about here, let's just have a quick look at how we've done this. The line's a little bit crooked, isn't it? So let's see if we can do something with it. So if we put that to about there, we'll run that one. Collision, what are you colliding with? Colliding with something there. Is it a little bit of old railway? Yes, it is. There we go. Let's connect you up. Come on, play nice. Okay, there we go. And connect you like so. So now we need signals, and we've got electric signals now. We're getting all fancy. So we'll put these ones in, because I understand red and green much easier than I do a down signal and a diagonal signal. So if I can get you there. The other thing about these is if I come out, you can actually click on them and set them to one way or not. So there's a little piece of information if you weren't aware of that. So we've got to think now. Apparently trains default to go down the left track. So if I bring the tracks up, currently he's just going to and from down that one track, which is the right track, ironically. Well, let me put a signal here. That might actually change things up a little bit. Nope, still going that way. So I need him to go in one way, out the other. So if I put one there you go. So a train will come here. If it's clear, it will come through. If it's not, it will wait there until the other one has gone this way. Perfect. So I need to do the same up here. Now I know which way the trains are going. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Here we go. And just the same again. Now, there's no collision in this game. I could put that up here, and if there's a slight overlap, the train would still kind of clip it and go past. It's a little bit strange, but, you know, that just seems to be how it works. Again, we'll put a signal here. If it'll let me. It doesn't want to let me. Okay. So, put one there. Will that... Maybe just there and there will do the job nicely. Because that's going to go that way. I think you'll probably find I need one there. Yep. Now the other thing is, and we'll kind of show you this now. Let me just get rid of that one and put one over here, because I'm going to be running 2 trains on this. Oh, I've done it. 2 trains on this track. If I unpause it. Did I set that train to a track? No, but we will now. The issue we're going to have, if I don't put more signals down these lines, because I think it's called a block. Between 2 sets of signals is called a block. So it'll only let 1 train between 2 sets of signals. If I don't put some others further down the line, what will happen is, if they're both going the same way at the same time, which is going to be more of an issue when we've got several trains, because eventually there's going to be more than 2 trains. If a train's leaving here, it will stop there until the train that's here passes that signal. So that's a long time for it to wait. So if we put several others along the way on both sides, as soon as the first train that's going this way passes and clears the signal, it will free the other one up to leave. And it will keep everything fluid. Now, I should probably put those in now, but I don't think it'll be an issue straight away. So, let's speed the game up and see. Now these potentially may make a little bit less per journey. Oh, I don't know about that. 622,000. It's not too bad. Let's have a quick look. So 1.4 million. Now, one of them hasn't got as many cars as the other one. Whoops. 93 of 100. So the new one hasn't got as many. That was a mistake. But not an issue. So we've now got 2 trains on that line. Be interesting to see how much money we'll make. Technically, we've got less carriages, but we'll hold more people. Because I think it was 140-ish, so let's see what happens. That's that. I think overall our vehicles replaced on buses. They certainly are. So I'm just going to turn the auto replacement off, because I don't want them replacing further down the line with the same buses. And do you? I've already done you, okay. Or have I? Yep, I have. Okay, we'll close those. Now, why are we losing money? We're losing money on the goods train. Salo Central is losing me quite a bit of money. Food train still losing me an awful lot of money, but this is, yeah, this is making me some money. So yeah, so some of them are not great, but we're starting to make money. Slow the game back down on the steel line. The ore is just under. The coal's making us some money. So in a roundabout way, it's not too bad. Look at that, almost 1 million per trip. How many people are waiting to go? 108. We probably need to add another train to this line as well. We're waiting over here. 86. Okay, so let's... Wait, let me click the train. Oh, this is the train. How many years old is that train? 33, so it is too old. So line 2, let's rename this. In fact, let's rename this town. What are we going to call it? Etherville, there we go. So this is going to be Saulo, isn't it? Saulo, S-A-U-L-O to Etherville. Excellent. So we now know what that train is, so we're going to replace it with... Let's change that to one of these and 5 of them. That actually let me put 2 trains on the same one. I didn't think it would do that. It'd be interesting to see what would happen if there's 2 locomotives. Now that should automatically replace. I think it has to wait until it gets to a stop. I don't think it will replace before then. Let's have a look. Oh, new vehicle. Planes. Yeah, we had lots of talk about planes, but it's not financially viable for me to be doing those at the moment. Ooh, that's such a tight turn. Look at the traffic here because of this. They could do with a bridge. Here we go. Let's get rid of that one. As soon as you're done, This one might actually hit its top speed. There we are, nice. Let's follow this one. So it's holding 100, so that's actually carrying more than it was before. And we'll go into this view. Look at that. That's a nice looking train. The sheer attention to detail as well. Brilliant. Oof, smoky though. There is also in here, I didn't realise until I was tinkering around, there's decorations. There's rocks and trees and fences and lights and benches. What we got here? Track assets. There's all sorts of stuff. Lights. There's no day-night cycle unfortunately, but what are they? Danger signs. So I'm really hoping, because you know I like to decorate, that these things kind of get customized and the modders add more decorations, because I would absolutely love that. Okay, let's see how fast this train goes. This has got quite a straight route, albeit uphill, but this train has got a lot of horsepower and it's not pulling a lot of weight. It's certainly going faster than any of these cars, suckers. Should have took the train. 54, 55. They're still not getting to that 90. Or 58, 59. Yeah. Alright, it's going to start slowing down now, I just thought. Cool, not until the last minute. My goodness. 1 million. Oh my goodness. That is covering its costs. Cool. Cannot argue with that. How are the other two trains doing? Are they causing each other any bother yet? So we've got one there. Where is the other one? Oh, this might prove the point. Oh no. Ah, it's because we've got a signal here. So if the other one's not, oh, he's left the station, so it's not going to cause any issue. It's got a green light. Excellent. So how much is this making us now, if anything? 2.92 million. That was definitely a good choice. God, this is really hurting me though. Let me have a see what's going on here. So that production has dropped a little bit. But it's got 191 stored. It's just... I've just got a backlog of trucks waiting to do it. Is this the big one? I don't think it is. No, not that one. Oh, it is. I thought it might have been the smaller one. There is an upgrade option. What will it do? Nothing. It's a shame you can't invest in a business to make it produce more. Okay, let's have a quick look. What's going on? So you're waiting there because there's no room for you to come through. Let me pause the game. I think that one's in a slightly wrong position. Let's remove that. Oh, the old signal's completely gone now. That's funny. Put you there. Which means you're going to wait there. Maybe about there. Just want to keep them moving, basically, where we can. Alright, what are you producing? It's just never enough. Are you doing full loads, or are you just going whenever you're ready? Or you're just going whenever you're ready, okay. Alright, we'll leave them to it. What else have we got? Freckle stone. We need to do some passenger stuff with that. So you see, money's easy to make if you just stick to doing passengers. The rest of it, although it is starting to make me kind of money, I'm saying kind of because it's not a lot. It's definitely worth starting off with passengers. Let's remove that line. This is bugging me. That's irritating more so than anything. Now I could run another train from this farm up there, which would then give us more money to this, but we'd have to ship food elsewhere because I would say, yeah, they're not far off taking the full-on amount of food. Okay, and I did put a bridge in over here as well. So we can, if we want, put bridges in to stop the kind of disrupting the traffic. But the other thing that I want to do will be over here. Not that we're having much issues with it at the moment, but I want to put some bus lanes in. So if we click on the upgrade, now one of these has... So it's going to change the speed limit. So extra large 6 lane with a speed limit of 43. Do we have the ones with bus lanes? No. That's a shame. Oh wow, can't use that. So that will upgrade this one, which will allow vehicles to go a little bit quicker as well, which is quite cool. So let's upgrade some of these. We'll foot the cost, why not? Brilliant. Most of these roads are... No, these ones are not. So this will help our vehicles a little bit as well, especially when they get faster. So I don't think the local authority around here is gonna pay for it. And wow, this town has grown quite a bit. How many people are living here now? Sorted by population. Oh, over 1,000. My goodness. You see, I could... Let me show you how the bridges work. So if we continue this road... Oh, that one's a nice and easy one. Now the issue here is getting the pillar right. So there's different types of bridges as well. You don't want to use that because that one will fill in the hole. It might not. Let me try and lift in it. I think it's the M and N key. Yeah, there we go. Doesn't quite look right. Let's... So annoying. There we go. It's not perfect, but it gets it across there. And it's fairly convincing. I'm quite happy with that. And if we... Oh, the roads are a little bit weird in this game, that's for sure. There we are. We might actually send that snaking out onto the main road. We might find some people will start using that. There we go. Even if we took a road across here, when they want to expand, they'll start using the roads that we've done. They do seem to build their own, but you can kind of encourage it. I don't think we'll ever be able to upgrade that station. So I think we're stuck at the size we've got. Might be able to make it longer. No. Number of tracks. No. Yeah, so a little bit stuffed. Can I? No. Now this is where some forward thinking kind of really pays off. But I think, when I look at 1.36 million lost on that line, I think it's a good time to leave this episode. So until next time, as always, take care.